So my question is, so we got chatting because you saw a LinkedIn post and we got chatting about your own working environment and that kind of thing. And so I guess for you, what was it about WorkTrip that made you take the leap and be a co-founder?
Great question. So, as a leadership team at Blinkist, which is where I was working at the time, we were all distributed, we were all over the place, doing really well, great things, and we were just obviously again coming out of lockdown and realising that we really did want to spend some time together. So we're like, that sounds great, we'll just do it. And as you know, when you just do it, it never quite works. So things kind of go wrong, or you've misjudged timing, not everyone can be there, or you've misjudged the location, or how much you can do, the agenda, or the fact that actually there's a really big thing happening and half the team feel like they have to be in the office and it leaves everyone else feeling a bit unrooted. And so I'd had all of those experiences, many of which I was instrumental in the planning of, right? So it wasn't just me as a participant, we all kind of mucked in and did it together. And I just came back from the last one that we'd had feeling so frustrated because I knew in my gut that these meetings, and we decided they were going to be quarterly in-person meetings 2 weeks before our board meeting, which was great. So we really had the time to get on the same page and sort through any things we needed and present this really strong narrative to the board, which we really care about doing. We've got a great board. So that all felt great. And then the reality of those experiences, because we kept getting things wrong, was really frustrating. And I knew they could be great. I knew we'd had one experience that was phenomenal, and we were very lucky to have a really great facilitator who guided us through a few days, and the output was tremendous. But more than that, we got there together. We really co-created for the first time. And so I knew that there was the potential there to create something in those spaces that would make a difference to the business and make a difference to the team that we were representing while we were away. And so when it didn't quite happen, it just felt like a hugely wasted opportunity. And in your post where you were talking about WorkTrip, you talked about being intentional. You talked about the environment, which I have just found to be so important to the way everyone shows up, frankly. And having a single focus for why you're there, like a reason why you're there. And when we had this really successful offsite, we had that. And building in time for connection and fun in whatever way you as a team interpret fun to be. You know, that might be going on a massive hike together, right? It might be sitting around a campfire. It might be sharing food. It could be dancing. You know, it could be loads of different things. But you as a team know that. And those very simple ingredients, and they are simple ingredients, I just thought, like, all the best things, that's actually very simple. And if we focused on just those things, I think we could get to something that is great and consistently great. And so I was very excited to speak to you because I was like, she's nailed it, that's the formula. And so I wanted to share all my experiences that I'd had with you to help, you know, refine it. And inevitably the seed just sort of got stuck in my brain. And I remember I said to you, and we'd sort of been skirting around the idea of, would a co-founder relationship sort of work for us? And it got to the point where I realised I'd woken up every day for 2 weeks thinking about WorkTrip.
I love that. That was a great WhatsApp to receive.
It's true, I did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when your mind or whatever it is telling you something like that, I think it then becomes quite a simple equation of what you want versus, you know, the compromises that you will happily make to do that.
Fantastic.
Not destroying her toy.